Good day everyone! Today I'm gonna talk about a cycle from the Biogeochemical Cycles. All in all, there are 6 of it. And it includes water, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur cycles. But today, I will only talk about carbon cycle. Since our main focus is about carbon cycle, what is carbon? Carbon is the 4th most abundant element in the observable universe, and the 15th most common in the Earth's crust. So now that we know something about carbon, let's talk about its properties. So, carbon is the 6th element in the periodic table. Its atomic weight is 12.011, and its symbol is C. Its sublimation point is 3642 Celsius, and carbon is non-metal. Its atomic number is 6, and it belongs to the group 14 of the periodic table. Carbon can occur as an atom or as a pure element. Depending on the structural configuration, the allotropes of carbon will vary morphologically. For instance, graphite is opaque and black, whereas diamond is transparent. Carbon is tetravalent, meaning it has a valence of 4 electrons. It can form so many compounds that it is referred to as the king of the elements. Now, I'm gonna ask you, do we need carbon? If you said yes, then you're right. Why do we need carbon? Well, carbon is the main component of fossil fuels used by humans for energy. It is also a main component of plants and trees, used for humans for food and building materials. Also, most living things on Earth are made of carbon. Living things need carbon the most in order to live, grow, and reproduce. Also, carbon is a finite resource that cycles through the Earth in many forms. Why is this important? This makes carbon available to living organisms and remains in balance with other chemical reactions in the atmosphere and in bodies of water like ponds and oceans. Carbon is the basic building block of life. This is the reason why carbon dating is effective. All living organisms contain carbon. Also, carbon is so important to life because virtually all molecules in the body contain carbon. Sugars, DNA, proteins, fats, except water of course. Water is made from oxygen and hydrogen. Carbon can bond with 4 other groups around it and to other carbon molecules. For this reason, it can form long-chain molecules, each with different properties. Carbon is constantly being used and replaced in nature through the carbon cycle. Carbon cycle shows the movement of carbon in elemental and combined states on the Earth. Let's see how the carbon cycle works. Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is used up by plants along with sunlight for photosynthesis. It is the process which breaks down carbon dioxide into compounds that can be used as nutrition by the plants. In this process, plants release oxygen. See this cow eating grass? Animals and humans consume these plants and thus the carbon is transferred from the plants to humans and animals. Oxygen is inhaled and the carbon is sent back to the atmosphere through the process of respiration. Other than respiration, when animals, humans, or plants die, their remains decay and decompose, and carbon is transferred to the Earth. When the remains been around for so many years, they become fossil fuels. These are reservoirs of carbon. Burning wood, fossil fuels, combustion are some processes which transfer carbon back to the atmosphere. This is released in the form of carbon dioxide gas. Look at this ocean. Oceans and other large water bodies that have cool water on their surface also absorbs carbon from the atmosphere. Oceans exhibit dual behavior. When the surface water is cooler, near the poles, carbon is absorbed into the water. When the surface water is warm, near tropical regions, carbon is released into the atmosphere. From here, the plants will again absorb it for photosynthesis, and the cycle repeats. Here is the diagram of the carbon cycle. Carbon is a greenhouse gas, which means it traps the heat from the sun and stops it from escaping into space. This makes the Earth warmer and causes global warming. Hence, we should plant more trees to keep our environment healthy. Thank you for listening. Bye!